Hello, Halos Gaming here, bringing you another burner guide. Today, we have the Serpentis burner. This is one that we actually use the same fit that the null guys use. The Serpentis burner is a really high DPS scram kite, so it likes to orbit you at about 11 kilometers. And he is fast and uses a 90% web on you because he's Serpentis, so he gets the web bonus. That 90% web makes you go really slow, and then he hits you like a truck. So he does a lot of DPS, he has quite a bit of tank, and he scram kites. Is kind of his deal. So to get range control on him, it's not really a feasible thing because of the 90% web. So we have to scram kite him or function as an anti-scram kite to kill him. So let's carry on to the fit. The fitting that we use for this, I do have another fit that works as well, but this is the fit that I wanted to pick for the YouTube video. This is a Hawk, and it is a rocket launcher Hawk. We have tier 2 rocket launchers, and we have 3 tier 2 rocket launchers and a Republic Fleet rocket launcher. The Republic Fleet rocket launcher is so that it fits with CPU without needing an extra implant or anything. And then we have a Corpii A-type small energy NOS, which keeps us running our capacitor running long enough to complete the mission. We have a target painter and 2 Guristas Stasis Webifiers. We need the 11 or more kilometer range for the webs, and the 13 kilometers on the Guristas makes them cheaper than the Fed Navy, so they're not too expensive, and then as 55%, and then again it gets tight on CPU, so that's why we use Guristas instead of Fed Navy. And again, the Republic Fleet Target Painter, we have a Gistum C-type Kinetic Shield Amplifier, which increases our kinetic resist. He does kinetic thermal since he does blasters. And then we have a Gistum C-type Medium Shield Booster. And then 2 Caldari Navy Ballistics Control Systems with a Rigor Catalyst and a second Rigor Catalyst. This actually gives us 100% perfect application onto the Daredevil. So we apply perfectly with 322 DPS, so it melts really quickly. One thing that I want to note, and we'll kind of tie this into skills, is that on your rocket range, if we show info here, rocket range is calculated by flight time times maximum velocity, and sometimes your flight time won't be, so if your flight time is like 2.75, 75% of your missiles will go for 3 seconds, and 25% will go for 2 seconds, and that'd be really bad. So in my case, I have 12% of my missiles go for 4 seconds. So in order to calculate the true flight time or flight range, it's not really 13 kilometers. We would open up the utilities and calculator here, and we would take 4218 and multiply that by 3, because only a small percentage of our missiles will go 3.12 seconds. They'll go for a 4 second, which is abnormal because it's only 12%. But we have to assume that our missiles are only going to travel for 3, so we multiply by 3. And that gives us 12.5 kilometers, roughly. But this is how we calculate our missile range, instead of looking at this, because this number, this 13 kilometer number, is 3.12 times 4.2. Is how they get to 13 rather than 12.5. And this needs to be greater than 11 for us to be able to reliably hit the Serpentis burner. So we need you absolutely need to have the 12 kilometer range to reach the target, and getting 3.12 seconds is I'll tell you guys why your ability to do this calculation is very important in just a moment. So for skills, we do require that in the missile skills that we have where is it, missile bombardment gives additional flight time. So depending on your missile bombardment, I don't know if you need 3 or 4 required. Depending on your missile bombardment, you're going to want to compare your flight time. If it's less than 3, you might run into some trouble with applying all your DPS by each 0.01% or each 0.01 seconds. You're going to lose 1% of your DPS. So if you have 2.75, you're going to be missing out on 25% of your DPS. You may have trouble with damage application. As long as you have that 3-second flight time, and that 3-second flight time and 4,000 meters a second on your missiles, which I believe missile projection gives the maximum velocity, you should be able to reliably hit your target. So I think both of these are required to 4. Having this to 5 is going to make things a lot easier, and it also makes it a lot easier for the Anomic teams, which we'll get into in another video. And then all the rest of the missile support skills up to 4 are really helpful. So rapid launch to 4, rockets to 4, target navigation prediction to 4, and then guided missile precision to 4 all help a lot. With everything to 5, you do get perfect application and damage applies really well. Warhead upgrades is another really helpful support skill as well. And then we use rockets. So rockets to 5 allows you to use the Rage Rockets, which recently got a big buff, and that's part of why we're using Rage Rockets. But if you have rockets to 4, you should be able to get away with faction rockets. I think that there's enough DPS. However, you want to make at least 250 applied DPS to this NPC to be able to kill it reliably. And then in the shield skills, we're going to need shield compensation, which helps the shield booster, and then the kinetic shield compensation helps this shield boost amplifier have better resist. Is very important, and I think you can get away with low shield skills on this. And then for the ship hull bonuses, I'm going to say that assault frigates to 4 is required to get the most booster amount, and you're going to need Caldari frigate 5 to fly it. Assault frigates 4 would probably require, it looks like max velocity is increased for assault frigate bonus, so you probably need it to 4. You might be able to get away with it to 4 and have the missile guidance skills to 4. It'd be really close. So yes, make sure you get your skills trained up, all your support skills up to 4. And before you go into this mission, make sure you calculate your missile flight time. And if you don't have missile flight time, the biggest skill that you can train is the assault frigates skill to 5, which isn't required for many other builds. So yeah, it also helps with the tank a lot. And then lastly, in skills, you're going to need the fitting skills trained. So advanced weapon upgrade, or weapon upgrades to 5 will be required because of the CPU, along with the engineering skills for CPU and power grid management to have the fitting work. And then we're not very tight on power grid, so advanced weapon upgrades is not required. Weapon upgrades is super helpful. And then in Spaceship Command, we just went over heavy assault frigates and or assault frigates trained to 4 or 5, depending on how your missile flight time is looking. If you do not have the missile flight time and you're just shy on that, you can always plug in an implant. I personally only use a 5% cap implant and a 5% rate of fire implant for missiles, and I use other slots for other things. But if this is one thing that you're struggling with, you can use the missile implant. I believe in slot 7, missile bombardment increases flight time, and then projection increases maximum velocity. If your missile flight time is less than 3 seconds, I would recommend getting a bombardment. If it's greater than 3 seconds, the projection rig or the projection implant's probably better. But that's one way that you can reach the additional range required. Again, you have to be reaching a little over 11 kilometers to reliably hit the NPC. Well, with that being said, this is probably one of the easiest burners to fight with this fit. All we're going to do is we're going to go in and turn everything on. It is literally the easiest burner. He's really easy to fight. This is also the null-sec fit. So if you're out in null-sec doing Anomic teams, grabbing one of these guys will significantly increase your income, as you can run the Serpentis back to back. You don't have to go to station and repair or anything. You just turn everything on. The energy neutralizer, or the energy Nosferatu, will keep your cap high enough that you won't have to worry about it. As you can see, we're applying the damage very rapidly. We don't even have to move here. I think that it's pretty to just watch all the missiles go at them. And it will clear out. You can overheat if you want to go a little faster, but it's not really necessary. And the tank will always hold. I know it looks scary because he got a couple of good hits on us, but the tank always holds. And as you can see, he's already halfway dead. Before with the ship that we used previously, which was the Harpy, it only made 220 DPS. This fit was a little bit intense, or the Harpy was a little bit intense, and you needed really, really good skills to do this. With this, you just basically need to come in here, try it, I know it's doable with 220 DPS, so as long as you have like 250, you should be fine. And the fit with max skills gets 322. So it's a really easy fit to do. It clears really well. If you like this video and you want more or different ways of doing these burners, or if you have comments or requests for guides, make sure you go down, like, comment, subscribe, hit the little bell notification so you get notified on the next video. And fly fun, enjoy. Oh, I almost forgot. I stream on Twitch. This is the first time I've said this on YouTube, but I stream on Twitch Monday through Friday at 11, or no, it would be 11:30 to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on weekdays. So if you guys want to come check that out, my Twitch link will be in the description below. Fly fun, enjoy your time in Evil Online, because I know I do, so I hope you do as well.